Hello peoples. If you have been watching my recent theory videos, you might have noticed that Dandy has played a big role in all of them. Well, this is the final theory video with Dandy as the main focus. Now, we all know that Dandy is behind the ichor experiments, but why is he doing them? Well, if we look into what ichor means, it can either mean two things: a fluid taking the place of blood in the veins of the gods and goddesses of Greek mythology, or it could mean a watery discharge from a wound. Now, the theory is different depending on which meaning you decide to use. Now, let's say ichor is the blood of a god. Dandy would be experimenting with it to see how far he could get to making them a god. Then that also means that the Twisteds are extremely durable. One of the big flaws with that theory is, how did Dandy get his hands on it? So, out of the theories I will be talking about, this one is the weakest. Now, if they're using the second meaning, it makes a little bit more sense. Obviously, the ichor would be heavily modified from just being a liquid that comes out of your body. My theory is that Dandy discovered the ichor after a brutal injury. He started experimenting with organisms, then he started experimenting with the Toon handlers. One by one, they started disappearing. This leads to the place shutting down due to health and safety concerns of people going missing. Eventually, Dandy went mad with his power. Then Dandy made clones of the Toons and started to experiment on them, leading to the Twisteds. I personally really like this theory, but there is one more. We see in the game that ichor powers the machines, and as a double, we keep it away from the Twisteds. This theory surrounds the fact that ichor is a power source made by the Garden View Center. Here is my theory. When the Garden View Center opened, they wanted to be unique. So they used a one-of-kind, very easy to make power source. They called it ichor. The Toon handlers and the employees got access to the ichor. Everything was going well until Dandy got his hands on it one day while giving a tour of the center. After the center closed, Dandy got his hands on it and started to experiment on things. Eventually, Dandy realized that he could make clones of the Toons out of the ichor. He wanted to use this for good. Dandy made the clones to be backups for the Toons until on fateful day they went rouge. Dandy watched the clones wreak havoc on the center. He realized how strong they become. Dandy started to use the ichor to modify himself. Eventually, he made a form which he could switch to and back from. Well, what do you guys think? Which theory did you like the most? If you have any theories in the comments, share them. I would love to hear you guys' theories.